Hey there, it's Mr. J, and I want to show you something. This, my new studio setup. Now this is just a small part of it, and in this video I'm going to go over everything that it has to offer. So without further ado, let's get to it. So, over the last few months, I've been giving my basement studio an entire overhaul. The goal is to come up with something that lets me fully embrace my LEGO design work. This includes a LEGO organization system, a legit building space, and the ability to make videos and live stream at ease. Furthermore, I also wanted this space to accommodate some of my other hobbies as well, such as gaming and music creation. So with that being said, let me show you what I've done. I guess it makes sense to start right here with this desk. This is the main work desk where I can build and showcase LEGO models. A 2.5 feet wide by 5 feet long, it's a bit larger than a regular work table. The extra size is handy as I wanted something that was large enough to accommodate larger models if I build them. For example, here it is with my Mega Yacht for comparison. One thing that's great about it too is that it's also a sit-stand desk, so at the click of a button, I can easily go from sitting to standing if I want to. It's almost as easy as hitting the subscribe button, huh? Yeah, go ahead and click that thing. Behind the desk is my LEGO storage area. This is where I keep all my loose LEGO pieces organized in a manner that works for me. Now everyone sorts their LEGO differently, but what I find works best for me is to sort by the piece type rather than the color. Up top I have these 3 storage drawers with various parts I use often. For example, these drawers down here contain all my different tile pieces. We got 1x1s, 2x1s, 3x1s, etc. There's also modified tiles and large tile pieces as well. The next drawer over contains mostly studs on the side pieces, such as 1x1s, 1x2s, 1x4s, headlight bricks, and many different bracket pieces of all sizes. Additionally, I have all my different types of connector pieces here too, such as mixel joints, modified plates, and hinge pieces. The third drawer contains the bulk of my plate pieces. We got 1x1s round, 1x1 square, 2x2s, 2x3s, 2x4s, and so on and so forth all the way up to 2x16s. For the remainder of my parts, I use these 2 Alex drawers from IKEA. These drawers work amazingly for LEGO storage, but full disclosure, I can't take credit for the idea of using them. Many other LEGO builders also use these. Now the only thing I don't like about these drawers is their height. I do wish they were a bit taller and had one more drawer, as I like my desk height to be around 29 inches, and these stand at only 24 inches without the caster wheels. So to remedy this problem, I actually built my own custom drawer to go underneath these Alex drawers. This gives me that extra height that I'm looking for, and it adds even more storage. Now the LEGO in these drawers is loosely organized, but it works well for me. For example, this first drawer contains most of my round bricks and round plates. Below that we have larger plates and modified plates. The next drawer down is wedge bricks and plates, as well as wall panels. Moving on, we have some smaller slope pieces, various vehicle pieces, and lots of wheels. I mean, look at all these things. We got some old school space wheels too. Might use these for a build at some point. Then we have all my larger slope pieces in this drawer right here. Moving on to the other side, the top drawer is for non-LEGO items. This is my work desk after all, and I had nowhere else to put this stuff, so having it close by made sense. Alright, back to the LEGO. This next drawer contains a lot of miscellaneous pieces, such as many of my smaller 1x1 parts, wedge bricks, and windscreen pieces. Next after that is all my curved slopes and curved bricks, as well as arches. Following that we have windows, panels, doors, chairs, container parts, and lots of other miscellaneous pieces. Then moving down, this drawer contains the bulk of my Technic parts, such as bricks, pins, connectors, gears, small axles, etc. Now the drawer below that contains a bit more Technic, such as larger axles and lift arms. And finally, the remainder of the drawer, along with the other bottom 3, are primarily dedicated to all my brick pieces. We got 1x1s, 1x2s, 2x2s, 2x3s, and of course, all the 2x4s you can need, so on and so forth. I also have some of my decoration bricks down here, such as these 1x2 grill pieces and brickwork pieces. Finally, to complete this area, I added this display shelf on top of my storage drawers, so I can showcase some of my LEGO models. Just adds that extra little bit of eye candy to my main background for videos. Currently, as far as custom models go, I only have this small yacht build on here, but there will be more soon. I can already picture my next build on top of it as well. Oh yeah, that's looking real good. Now honestly, the amount of Lego parts that I have is pretty modest compared to a lot of other Lego builders. I mean, you can fit pretty much all of it in this area right here. But truthfully, this works well for me, as I like to have everything in close reach of my work desk. This is especially handy as I design pretty much every model I create digitally first. Once the design is complete, I can then reference the parts list and quickly check my storage system to see what parts I already have. I'm quite happy with the system so far, and even though it's small, I have no doubt that it's going to grow with time. Okay, next up, let's talk about the editing space. Naturally in the corner, we have my main workstation PC. Specs are listed on screen for those who like to know that sort of stuff. This PC accomplishes multiple functions, such as video editing, streaming, music production, and of course some gaming here and there. Naturally, this beast is what I use to design all my Lego models using Bricklink Studio. Speaking of which, I would highly recommend Bricklink Studio to any Lego builder out there. It is an amazing program, and I gotta give props to everyone over at Bricklink for making it free, because it is how I've been able to do stuff like that and my mega yacht. Being able to design it digitally is super handy. So if you haven't checked it out, I would highly recommend you check it out. Anyways, beside the PC, I have my main editing monitor and 2 side monitors. I realize this many monitors might seem a bit overkill, but I actually do use them all at the same time quite often. The truth is, I used to only have the 1 side monitor, but I had to get a second just in case I want to watch something while I work.
This is getting out of hand. Now there are 2 of them.
Alright, moving on. Across from the workspace is another utility area that's probably not going to be on screen much, but it is super handy. Below is some storage space where I keep the bulk of my camera gear, such as mounts, adapters, microphones, cables, and charging equipment. Above the storage area, we have a large TV that I actually use as a monitor for filming and streaming. For example, I can have a script displayed on it when creating a video, or instructions if I'm doing a live stream. Speaking of videos and live streams, let's talk cameras. I actually have 4 cameras set up in this room to accommodate everything I want to do. This shot you're looking at right now is provided by a camera I have mounted over the TV I just mentioned. The beauty is that it's connected directly to my PC, thus I can record directly to my computer without the need to transfer files. It also has power supplied, meaning no need for setup and teardown every time I want to shoot something. The next camera is this one right here. It's an overhead shot that views the entire work desk. This shot will primarily be used for live streaming, as it provides a top-down shot that allows viewers to easily see what I'm working on. It also has its own power source and is directly connected to the PC like the other one. And the third camera, well, that's this one right here. Now this shot's primarily going to be used for live streaming. It will be perfect when doing things on the PC, such as designing Lego models digitally, or if I ever need to look something up during a stream. Additionally, I may do some gaming streams if there's any interest in that. Here's what that might look like. Oh, what is this? Look at this hill. We gotta get it up that. Yeah, oh, that's too much. Oh, come on. Oh, that sucks. All right, let's try it again. Come on, baby. Come on. Nope, that's too much. Oh, yeah, okay, there we go. We're good. We got it. Wow. Finally, the last camera I'll be using is the C920 webcam. Now, it's not attached to anything, so I can use it like a mobile cam and see anywhere in the studio. It's nothing fancy, but it does get the job done. I can switch to it during live streams to do close-ups or get a certain angle that the other cameras might not be able to. Now that covers all the primary workspaces of the studio, but that's only half of this space. I have a whole other section over there that's dedicated primarily to entertainment. First up, we got the big screen TV on the wall with a display shelf below. Naturally, there's some Star Wars Lego models on display here. I also have a secondary PC below that. Sometimes my son uses this so we can play video games together. Adjacent to that, we have a large shelving unit where I display some of my favorite Lego models. As you can see, I personally favor the big UCS sets. They're just way more fun to build in my opinion. Let me just say, if you have the Lego UCS Millennium Falcon, you absolutely need to get a stand for it. It just elevates the model to a whole new level. I mean, look at that thing. That look good. Beside this, we have the jam space. Now, I don't have a ton of time for music these days, but I still wanted to have my guitars on display and a quick, easy setup for the rare times I do play guitar. I am a huge metalhead, and sometimes you just gotta get your jam on. Lastly, you may be wondering why there's such a big empty space in the middle of the room. Well, firstly, it's because I don't like clutter. I do like to keep things neat and tidy. But the main reason is because I do have a Valve Index and I love playing VR when I have the chance. Having an open space that actually enables you to walk around a bit in VR makes it much more enjoyable in my opinion. I mean, see for yourself.
Take a seat. Oh. Yeah.
Well, there you have it. That's my new studio setup. My main goal with it was to streamline content creation, as I really want to produce content on a more regular basis. If you have any recommendations or suggestions on how I can improve it or streamline it even more, please let me know. I'd love to hear your opinions. Lastly, if you liked the video, please consider giving it a like, maybe even sub to the channel if you haven't done so already. It does help out quite a bit. And with that being said, I want to thank you for joining me for this tour. I'm Mr. J, and you have a good day.